Bless up, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another live. I know it's early, but important topics at hand in this live. Happy Sunday, one and all. Give thanks alive. Give thanks to the Almighty for waking us up this morning. Now I have a few things to touch on, as I stated. And I don't want to be long because I want to come back on live later on in the evening. But as y'all can see, America has been watching Jamaica, and there's this bombshell report as it pertains to corruption and the struggles that Jamaica has in tackling money laundering and other things as it pertains to corruption, the shortfall in resources. And this is a report from the United States of America, US Department. Amongst us finding out that FID is grossly understaffed, from being full to capacity at 230 staff, they have only 83 staff working with since last year, 2024. And it begs to question if this government, this current administration, is serious on corruption. When we're seeing them taking our Integrity Commission to task, when we're seeing them trying to sue our Integrity Commission, many of them from the government side, bringing the Integrity Commission to task. And with new management or new head of the Integrity Commission, we are watching to see what they will do. So far, there's been a issuance to 12 agencies, as it pertains to land and all of that. As well as I seen a statement put out letting us know that Matthew still holds his British citizenship. No renunciation hasn't taken place. The law was amended back in 2020 for that. Amongst chaos brewing down there in Westmoreland for the Jamaica Labour Party. But I will kick this off with the whole report from the US Department as it pertains to Jamaica's struggle to fight money laundering and other corruptions. So, in this article from the International Narcotics Control Strategy Report, it says Jamaica's effort to combat money laundering are being undermined by severe resource constraints and systemic corruption, according to this report from the US State Department. Give me a minute, guys. The report identified organized criminal networks, some with ties to influential Jamaicans and key players in the real estate and used car sectors, as the primary drivers of money laundering in the country. It also highlights political and public corruption as critical enablers of these illicit activities. And our Integrity Commission annual reports let us know that we have eight parliamentarians in our parliament who are under investigation for illicit enrichment. And this report is saying that political and public corruption plays a critical role in this as well, not to mention real estate and used car sectors. According to the International Narcotics Control Strategy Report, the illicit proceeds fueling Jamaica's underground economy are largely generated from narcotics and weapons trafficking, cybercrime, financial fraud schemes, extortion, and corruption. Many of these crimes, the report noted, specifically target United States citizens, particularly through fraud and lottery scams aimed at elderly victims. The State Department also flagged significant cross-border criminal activity, including trafficking of small arms and drugs between Jamaica, the United States, Central America, Europe, Haiti, as a major source of illegal wealth. In 2024 alone, Jamaica faced a wave of financial crimes, from lottery scamming and corruption to counterfeit goods and cybercrime. Yet, according to the Financial Investigative Division, that's the FID, only 83 staff members were in place as of October 2024, far below the division target of 230 personnel. Can you imagine? No wonder why we have so much drug bust. And we can't hear of nobody being held. Nobody being held. Big up yourself out of many. Daytona, Wayne, Raina, Nelson, big up on yourself. Thanks for joining the live. Like and share out the live. No wonder why we can't hear, because we're seeing that these crimes pay. And when we look at a prime minister who is the head of our state, who comes out since of recently and let us know that no hiding place for criminals, and that the criminals will meet their judge or meet their maker. But what do you make of? Give me a minute, guys. Sorry about that, ABR family. Noise in my background. I'm trying to cancel out as much as possible. So as I was saying, when we have a prime minister who is coming out of recently talking about no hiding place for criminals, what about those in our public space, those who hold or should be held at a higher standard? What about them? What about the corruption in financial crimes? We seen what took place in the 90s with the meltdown, and we come again and we seen the whole SSL playing out right in front of us. And only one person has been held and charged in that, Gene and Pantan, which shouldn't be, right? And in total, fleeced was approximately 5 billion Jamaican dollars. And we're seeing them send out this long letter from Gene and Pantan, and she basically claimed about 6 million and more out of that. So who stole the rest? Who took the investors' money? We cannot hear the Prime Minister come and speak on that. He's silent all around when it comes to the topic of corruption, but he's only focusing on, murder crimes. He's focusing on gun crimes. He's a fixed 15 years if you're held and charged with a gun. But when it comes on to financial crimes, money laundering, we're not hearing him vocal on that. He's silent on those. Now I'm about to play a few videos, and bear with me, I might have to keep turning down my mic in order for y'all to not get that annoying echoing sound. And so let us pull back some tapes when he was in opposition and what he stated as it pertains to his government and combating crimes such as financial crime, corruption all around. And we want to make that comparison with him speaking as opposition and him taking the driver's seat. And what has he done? He was the one, or his government, took the Integrity Commissions Act and they passed it in the House of Parliament. Right? And to come to this date and he is silent tells a lot. When our Prime Minister holds 28 bank accounts, unable to explain to the Integrity Commission of his wealth, withholding pertinent critical information from the Integrity Commission. Right? It says a lot. And I want you to tell me if you're hearing the audio better when I turn down the mic.
And as such will function under its general oversight. And I don't want to be giving conflicting views. It is a commission of parliament, but it is still independent. It is independent, like all the other commissions which have to be attached to some form of state authority. But the parliament cannot interfere in or direct the commission as to what to do, in the similar way that there are other independent commissions which are attached to parliament.
So he said right there that the parliament cannot interfere with the decision of the Integrity Commission. And we heard the very same from the former chairman of the Integrity Commission, Mr. Seymour Panton. And when Panton said it, that they don't take any orders from the parliament, they take orders from the court. And we've seen the Minister of Justice, Delroy Chuck, wants to order the Integrity Commission to certify this Prime Minister, Andrew Only's statutory declaration. How can that be? And this very same Prime Minister stood in our parliament, passed that bill, and said no one must interfere with the Integrity Commission. He even warned the opposition at one point. Big up yourself, sis Arlene From. Karen, Wayne Vibes. Big up on yourself. Everybody will join. Nelson Sedley. When our Prime Minister basically, according to the Integrity Commission's report into his finances, used charity funds to buy personal assets. And when the Integrity Commission catch up on him 4 years after, he remedy it. He put back the money and stop using charity funds 28 bank accounts. Opening an account with $0, 0 cents. And in a few days' time, $143,000 was deposited in that account from SSL. And as I did a video back then, many other politicians or persons who serve in public life in the Caribbean and even across the world who have ever held accounts over 15 and counting were implicated or charged for some form of financial crimes. Not to mention this Prime Minister starting 3 businesses according to the Integrity Commission's report in 2020. That's when the pandemic was the greatest. The pandemic was on all of us. I must say the essential workers, them alone did in a them job and had to be going out there. Others were basically sent home, laid off. But the Prime Minister found time to start 3 businesses in the height of the pandemic and had over $470 million circulating in accounts over a 3-month span. Don't forget that, people, in a 3-month span. According to the Integrity Commission's report, this man never did a file no tax return. This man was evading taxes. This man don't love to pay taxes. We heard him come out after the report and stated that the bank made a mistake and had US dollars instead of Jamaican dollars. Why no bank can make no mistake and me have Jamaican dollars and then make mistake and switch it to US dollars? Why none of that now happen to we? Why are the Prime Minister I go have money in an account and bank I go switch it from Jamaican dollars to US dollars? That is his justification. When he borrowed, according to the very same report, remember, you know, family, over almost 200 pages of report, you know. When he borrowed $50 million from Barita without putting up the necessary collateral to borrow that 50 million. And a something for the Integrity Commission question our eyebrows raise. When he's unwilling to provide the schedule of his expenses, but yet still is coming out to saying that the Integrity Commission are target him. Target in what way? The Integrity Commission targets corruption. So if you're not in any form of corruption, then you wouldn't use that phrase or you wouldn't use that term. Now I'm going to pull up some more videos of him speaking on corruption. Not now, but back then.
a continuing theme, particularly in developing countries that are struggling with poverty, with lack of access to health care and education. There is the one big criminal, Dudas Coke, if I have the name correct, yes. Captured by the U.S. Many thought that he was supported by Jamaican government. So where do you start to sort of unravel the ball of
the
corruption?
Jamaican state has to acknowledge that corruption is a problem. The Jamaican electorate has to acknowledge that in the consideration of when you elect your government, that you have to elect governments and people who are beyond reproach or integrous. Obviously, the challenge with corruption in many respects is that some people do benefit, and it has political links sometimes.
What was your experience?
My experience in government is that we tried, and I believe that the governments have been trying to grapple seriously with corruption, certainly in terms of putting in place legislation and in terms of now developing the ability within our police force, our security forces, to gather intelligence, track, and prosecute. As if we're not doing anything. But I believe we need to do more, and we need to make it a truly political issue where the electorate holds the government to account for management.
Let me turn the corner a little bit.
As it relates to allegations of corruption, this government, relative to the previous government, has far less instances or suggestions of corruption. I had the opportunity to go through the history of the previous government, but in none of them can we say that the government has taken deliberate and instrumental action to show transparency and to show that while corruption may exist, as it exists all around the world, in all countries of the world, but to date, we have been the only government to allow transparent analysis of what has happened and to take action where action is necessary to be taken.
Mother of poverty, stand up and talk about how she is going to protect the children of this nation. 18 babies have died. She don't need to pass the law. She don't need to lock up anybody to demonstrate her real care and concern for the children of this nation. All she needs to do is to fire the minister of health. In any other country with a prime minister that had any decency or dignity or understanding of her job, she would have fired that minister long ago.
He's talking about decency and dignity. And unless you have no decency and dignity, when you sit down and take how much money from taxpayers and pay for reports for financial fraud and financial crimes, uno holding on to the core report, uno holding on to the full FinSac report, uno showing any form of transparency, any honesty to the Jamaican people. What is he talking about? Is it the same man that was talking back then governing our country now? Big up yourself, Ken. Bless up vibes. Stephen, big up yourself, my late father's namesake. Thanks to everyone who just joined in the live. Please to like and share out the live. Is this the same man that was talking back then? I doubt it. Not at all. Not at all. He stated in that interview back then that you must hold on the leaders and hold the Prime Minister to an account. But when the people speak to this Prime Minister, Him come with aggression. Him come with dictatorship. And him come with all sorts of, whether I'm not carry to court. That is how them come at the people or at the bodies that are set in place to hold them to account. Can you imagine? But here's some more.
I couldn't leave this stage without saying to you that corruption is not an issue that occupies the front of my mind. I couldn't leave here today and say to you that we still need to tighten up on the new anti-corruption systems and framework that is in place. In a sense, if you were to compare Jamaica to all the other countries in the Caribbean, our framework for anti-corruption would be the most advanced. It is not for want of putting in the legislative and institutional processes. They are there. But you have to bear in mind that we are also very new on the scale of dealing with anti-corruption issues. So there is a learning curve that we are going through. What is important is that the government supports the development of the institution so it can accelerate very quickly on that learning curve and provide the resources so that they can move very quickly on the learning curve, and that the government does not intervene or interfere. And that message goes to the opposition as well. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs.
Says a man who is taking the anti-corruption to the courts. When we learned from the former chairperson of the Integrity Commission that whatever they report on, that whatever they put out are facts. But he stood there in that campaign meeting saying that he's warning the opposition. Why him never take the same warning? We still are not sure of the other 7 illicit enrichers who are under investigation. And they're moving forward to take part in this general election, and that shouldn't be. Of recently, we have a sitting MP on their side who has been charged via the Integrity Commission for breaching the Integrity Commissions Act. She is still going forward on our ballot. Her case is still before the courts. This Prime Minister case is before the courts. And when we have that gross understaff at the Financial Investigative Division where his matter was referred to, as well as the TAJ, can they effectively come to a conclusion to charge him for not giving the information within a particular time frame to the Integrity Commission? They're still awaiting the schedule of his expenses so that they could have made their final ruling. They were not privileged to that information. Can him take fame out? He was speaking back then to gain the trust of the people. But now that he's in the driver's seat, did you all hear him speak about corruption in that diaspora meeting that he came to Miramar and spoke? Did you all hear him speak about corruption at their annual conference last November? No. But he fixed his mouth and stood in our parliament for 5 hours and counting. And he spoke on the 90s meltdown. And he spoke against the People's National Party. And he's not coming out to address the nation as to why he's still uncertified after 4 years and going forward on our ballot to run in this general election. And speaking of a third term, when he has so many clouds hanging over his head. And sometimes we have to blame ourselves as a people who constantly goes to the poll, sell our votes, make them buy we out in the 2020 election in the height of the pandemic when they said una must stay home because una the kind of people, una were in the ghetto, so to speak, spread the coronavirus. And when we look, we see in a video circulating with a sitting MP now who was out there throwing a party in the height of the pandemic, and up to this day, we're not sure if he was charged and fined. But the common man was being charged and fined for not wearing a mask of up to 200,000 Jamaican dollars. What can go so? But here's the difference between an ordinary thief
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our job, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame. What a travesty. Calls for us to think and think deep.
It calls for us to think and to think deep. What a travesty. What a travesty. When they're trying to set us up to fight against each other in order to protect them as the political thief. We are the ones who should take some of the blame too, because we go out there ink up a finger, and when time they are not serving us, who we elect them to serve us, them can come and give one $5,000, them give one box food, and we run go ink up a finger again, and we still putting them in the position. We see it happening in St. Elizabeth, where J.C. Hutchinson is the MP, and the people them come out disgruntled at their roads being in deplorable conditions. And what did he say? Him said them ungrateful. Him said them ungrateful because him give chicken, from who him send for farm work, from who him give $5,000 and then box food. Can you imagine? Big up yourself, Chelsea Clinton, Marilyn, Rex, Miss Winnie, big up yourself. Thanks for joining the live, everyone. Like and share out the live. Can you imagine? But this is the reality. Jamaica is struggling to curtail corruption when we have the powers that be in a corruption up to them ear. Not up to them neck, you know. Up to them ear. Some of the investigative agencies are grossly understaffed. No staff, no dead. Minimal staff to work with. I may wonder if it's a strategy why them not hire people, or isn't there enough persons who are qualified to fit those posts? Can you imagine the FID if you have 230 staff, but has been working with 83? 83? They're working with less than 50% of staff. So how can they fight these money crimes, money laundering, scamming, fraud, big institutions ripping off the people of Jamaica, robbing our investors, bank tellers, supervisors robbing the clients of the institution blind? And when we hear about it, it's just a one person. And if you put your money in those institutions and you want to go back for your money, a hell and high water, you have to tread through whole heap of waters. How much bodies have to sign off before you can get your money? But when they're taking your money, and you alone carry it or you alone wire it, or whatever the case may be, and them take it with ease one time. But when you want back your money, can you imagine the lady, this 70-year-old lady from the SSL saga, who went multiple times because her spirit never had sit right based on what they were saying. And it never sit well in her spirit, and she went there 5 times. Her son has said to her, say, Mommy, if you don't feel right, go for your money. She went there 5 times, and all they could have said was to hug up the lady. Your money is safe, everything all right. Few years later, not even $1. The lady have to be out there doing a 9 to 5. What? Our children them have to foot in her bill. Robbed of 60 million Jamaican dollars. But as the author says, too black to succeed. Too black to be among the elites of a higher skin tone, where look at themselves as being, greater than us who have a darker skin tone. Them behave as if they're better. It's like they use, it's not racism, colorism, because of the color them skin tone a bit higher than ours. So them feel like, say, whatever we acquire or whatever we achieve, we not deserve it. Take Usain Bolt as well, for example, or sprint icon, who I am saying deserve to be a national hero of our country. He has placed Jamaica on the map. He has done his due diligence. He has paid his due. And what does his fellow country people them do to him? Are we the grassroots people? Are we the people when them deem us as being as low socioeconomic background? Are we a fight for Usain Bolt? Are we a fight for the investors? Are we a fight for others who have lost their money, who their money was stolen from institutions such as these? Are we upon the battlefield, a stand up and a fight for them get their money? You see the government doing anything? How can they set in place? The regulatory body was set in place under People's National Party government. And same was broken down by this government. How can you give someone who has not proved themselves to be worthy of getting a financial license to handle people money? How can somebody be a part of the meltdown back in the 90s and still give them a license to manage people money? When there have been red flags upon red flags, the license was suspended. And under this government, they revoked the suspension. And we have left over 200 and odd investors crying for their investment.
Ball out! Whoa, yo, 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 yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thieves them.
Big up yourself, member Yvonne Wallace. Big up to member Angela as well. Big up to all moderators and everybody who's just joining the live. We're speaking about the struggle. A report from the U.S. State Department stating of the struggle that Jamaica faces in combating corruption, especially financial crimes, cyber crimes. Now, Jamaica, we're seeing where some discrepancies where water in the Mason Hall area and the people recording that after the whole PR by the Prime Minister, pipes were removed from the community. People them crying that there's no water in their pipes in their yards. Some of them don't even have pipe in them yard to begin with. And I specifically called out the Prime Minister to respond to that, to which him sent out him little brother Matthew, and he proceeded to blame PNP supporters for circulating that video, trying to make the government look bad, and they are the ones who lay pipes and one whole heap of story behind it. To which we see the waterman from the opposition side, no other than Ian Ailes, went down to Mason Hall and questioned a couple citizens well. And the people them say, no water, we only seen where 4 1,000 gallon fence round in a little area, and that alone cannot suffice the 1,100 people that they said would have gotten water. And so I stated in that live that the people them sent me to him for question him about his whole British citizenship, and him saying that he would have renounced within the same time that they were giving Mark Golan last year hell as it pertains to his citizen by descent, of which his father was born and raised in England, but came to Jamaica, did a whole lot for Jamaica, and started a family in Jamaica. Mark Golan is a citizen of Jamaica and was made a citizen by descent of England. And we see them give him basket for carry, to which he broke on the partner jar TV and he showed the letter that he got, he told us how much he paid to renounce his British citizenship. And the evidence, the proof is there, and we are questioning the same for Matthew Samuda, to which I seen a statement from East Central St. Catherine, and that's Raymond Price, who is the candidate running for the People's National Party in that division. And it says, Government Minister Matthew Samuda retains British citizenship under Jamaica's revised dual nationality laws. Jamaican Government Minister and Senator Matthew Samuda continues to hold British citizenship, a status permissible under the island's revised constitutional framework. So they went ahead, my people, in 2020. This development follows Jamaica's landmark 2020 constitutional amendment, which relaxed long-standing prohibitions on dual citizenship for public officials. Samuda's case highlights the evolving legal and political landscape surrounding national identity and governance in post-colonial era. The dual citizenship debate prior to 2020, Jamaica's constitution barred dual nationals from serving in parliament, a rule that sparked a crisis in 2017 to 2018. And we know that it shouldn't be that they had to renounce due to the fact that, you know, England is a part of the whole Commonwealth. But seeing that they gave Mark Golin such a hard time, we want Matthew Samuda to stand up to his word just the same. Now, there was some crisis back in 2017, 2018 when several MPs were disqualified for holding foreign allegiances. The law, rooted in concerns over divided loyalties, faced criticism for disenfranchising diaspora-connected Jamaicans. In response, Parliament amended Section 42 of the Constitution in 2020, allowing dual citizens to hold office if they are Jamaican by birth, descent, or naturalization, provided they renounce other citizenship upon election. Those acquiring foreign citizenship through marriage or involuntary means, example, automatic birthright, are exempt from renunciation requirements. The issue of dual citizenship remains sensitive in Jamaica, where some view foreign allegiances as potential conflicts of interest, particularly with former colonial powers like Britain. Jamaicans argue that dual nationals might prioritize external interests. Conclusion: Matthew Samuda's retention of British citizenship epitomizes Jamaica's shift toward pragmatic governance in an interconnected world. While illegal, the discourse around his status reveals enduring tension between national identity and transnational realities. So there we have it there, seeing that he didn't come out to basically show his proof of renunciation. We take it that he is still, or he still holds that British citizenship based on this statement put out by Raymond Price. So when I have it there, so ABR family. The law was amended in 2020, but yet still we're seeing them giving, or they gave Mark Golin a hell of a time. What says y'all about this piece of information? I'm moving on now to where they're having some issues there in the Westmoreland area. So Ian Miles and Garfield James, who caused a bit of chaos not last year, but the year before, 2023, as it pertains to them being in the People's National Party and the whole heap of undermining that they cause and them cross the floor. Nothing wrong with that. Them cross the floor and gone about them business. The People's National Party stands resilient. They did well in the local government election. And no mug, no break, no coffee, no dash way. Nobody no miss them. Them over upon the other side. And it's the same issue that other side is having with them. And not the first. We seen Venetia Phillips, who crossed the floor as well, rushing to defend the MP, Moreland Wilson, or should I say more or less Wilson. Ian Ailes, I tell you. Ian Ailes call him more or less Wilson. So is our second rodeo now, running out to defend Moreland Wilson against these two. And it's very shaky right now. We've seen where they said that Moreland Wilson had won the whole delegation vote off and stuff. And even in an interview prior to what I'm about to play for you now, the people did have said them not want him back because now work. So I'm about to play that interview before Venetia is speaking out now. Speaking against Ian Miles and James. Hold on, let me send over the file. Thought I did that. So them a cry like baby now. Because it seems right now that both gentlemen wants to challenge Moreland Wilson right now again. So the challenge is on. So Wilson has to look out. And no amount of Venetia can stop what is to come.
And Wilson survived the vote Sunday after securing a majority in 3 of the 4 divisions. The vote means he's expected to be the JLP's candidate for the upcoming general election. The process Sunday, though, was not without controversy. When we visited the polling stations, JLP party workers complained about issues they facing trying to vote, a situation they are convinced was part of an attempt to push Mr. Wilson aside.
Majority of the workers and the delegate are member of the party. Name is Nathaniel. So since him come and win after he won, I believe in deserve the party supposed to give him the benefit to go back. Go run again. Make him run and lose. If he may lose. But nobody tell him say he may lose.
Our sources indicate that had Mr. Wilson not survived the vote, there were considerations to have a councillor challenge him for the post as candidate. And some JLP supporters were on board with that idea.
I joined with Mr. Wilson at the time as a young person, and we decided to work together to see if we could actually acquire victory. Same has been done. But today, Mr. Wilson has not been performing up to par. The people of Westmoreland are not in favor of Mr. Wilson. And I don't think that Mr. Wilson going forward would actually win this constituency. And I would recommend for the party to change it.
We were not able to reach Mr. Wilson for comment, but Venetia Phillips is a member of his campaign leadership. She says this is a wake-up call.
It is just a signal from the workers who are speaking on behalf of their respective divisions that we are still on board. It is also a signal that says, MP, pull up your socks. We have some issues, we have some pain points, and we would like to have those addressed. And so it is very, very critical that the Jamaica Labour Party undertakes this process.
Raquel Porto, TVJ News.
Because I think Moreland wasn't paying attention and wasn't seeing that these people were stabbing him in the back.
It's not that Moreland wasn't paying attention. Moreland was just being a good Labourite and a responsible MP. So when the party would have put to him that these two persons, are coming across, that he accommodated them, and being on the ground, hearing from the Labourites, some of the Labourites said, Mr. Wilson, we warned you that we didn't want them and you beg us to vote for them. So they won their divisions because Moreland Wilson actually beseeched Labourites to take them and to trust them. I'm disappointed in my two colleagues because, let me tell you, coming from the PNP, they would understand, don't hide behind a democracy, how this can break a seat. And you cannot convince me otherwise, and I know I'm not breaching party protocol by saying that their intentions are definitely not good. You can get voice notes that Kevin Murray named himself in the voice notes, and they're out there, where he basically said that James told him that he's been forced or pushed to do this, which is a lie too, because we have similar voice notes of him basically saying he didn't want to run off because he was promised the seat. So, but these are things that are unfortunate, but it's the cut and thrust of the politics. But Moreland, more substantially, Moreland would have done what many thought was impossible, including myself, because Westmoreland, and this one in particular with Wickham McNeil, was thought to be, because of Norman Manley's association with the seat, the bastion of the PNP. This is the pride of the PNP now, And so the truth be told is that I have seen with my own two eyes a PNP contractor present at a JLP gathering to discuss this issue with Moreland. And I asked the question when somebody asked me if I knew the man, what was he doing there? I can call him name because I saw him there. I saw Melbourne Garden there. I know Melbourne Garden to be a comrade. Very good comrade who not even Jesus will change. But him very much involved in this. So you have to be suspicious. And I'm sorry if I'm going to get into trouble. I'm very fine being just a supporter. But I think it is wrong what is happening because Moreland won the sounding. So they say there was a poll. Share the poll. Because our understanding is that Moreland was ahead in that very poll of even James. So if he's ahead, why go into a runoff? Not a problem. But the truth be told is in that sounding, you say you spoke to Moreland when they did the yes-no vote in January. Moreland won it. Do you know Moreland had no role in the yes-no? He was told he could not mobilize and he did not provide the councillors and the caretakers, the very ones you see ganging upon him, were the ones who were allowed to mobilize. They were the ones who also helped to vet the list, although they say it's a list that Moreland sent. I'm his campaign manager in this. So this is my standing to speak to you. I'm not going to try to breach party principles. I understand democracy, but it is hurting a seat that this young man has fought so hard to make history with and has done. It's wrong. Labourites, it's wrong. And these guys don't have no good intention. I mean, tell you the truth because you hear it. When you go to people from day one, they tell you when you're canvassing them that Miles and James tell them don't trust Moreland and them they just come over here. And they were telling, so them they already sow them seed and they never worked with him one day. Both of them closed their office, their councillor offices, when they won. And they have never worked with Moreland Wilson for a day since they came across. What kind of nonsense is that? Not even for a day. And you can canvass every single Labourite down here. The people don't like it. But they're confused because they're being told that this is what party wants. And I don't believe that.
But Justin got asked if she and Mrs. fix it, but she said that she is his campaign manager. And so when you hear the bangarang we are going this about, despite of whatever problems they're having, And whosoever, whether them want put Moreland or them want put Ian Miles or them want put Garfield James. Ian heals the people, them I say. A whole heap of words me I get from Westmoreland. The people them done with Moreland or Moreless Wilson. The people them done with him. So whether I want to have infighting or if you want change him or if you want turn it upside down or you want turn it up and turn it down there. The people them don't want none of uno. So the three of them will cross the floor. So she not think say the people them a look on all she sideways. Because if them two they will say them cross the floor and create havoc. Everywhere them go them create problems. Big up UB comrade. Big up Son of Love, Pat Brown, Lynette Jenkins, Fabian. Big up on yourself. Trouble there for them. They can't call nothing because them shake it all over. Them still not have all their candidates in place. That's why them can't call it, but them trying to come out to distract us about constitution and election dates. Come hell and high water, the election has to be called in 2025. Whether them want wait till the parliament dissolve or them want call it before, even after it dissolve, them not have no authority. The Governor General would have to step in and call the election 2025, no later than 2025. With that being said, the Minister of Health, Chris Tufton, still the overseas in the Middle East or wherever he is right now, returning to Jamaica on the 16th of April. And we're seeing a price tag with an itinerary of 3.8 million taxpayers' money. He's moving with a team all over the place. So they basically run where the Cubans seeking and pursuing partnership with the Philippines for human resource for health. So them a look staff. So a data theme run round, you know. My run up and down a look staff. You understand? And that's still not gonna solve the problem when language barrier might be a problem there. They're bringing these, they're recruiting these foreign nurses and doctors. And I'm sure that they will be giving them more than what our locals are getting. Or maybe my run over there thinking that they would have charged something cheaper. I don't know. But let us wait and see if they will address it when he comes back or when the team come back. Because if the People's National Party never take the press conference and highlight certain things, we wouldn't hear say a partnership for health him gone about. More than we just know say him take flights. He's taking flights. Trying to trick us and taking economy from Jamaica to the Americas, and then in between all of that, be a first class. Taxpayers' money. So them a travel all over the place. Cooking with Elaine, big up yourself. So that's it right there in a nutshell, ABR family and viewers. I'm planning to come back live later on in the evening. No, somehow now go cook on a look dinner and all of that. Run around in a Sunday and do what y'all have to do. I'm about to open the phone lines. I'd love to hear from y'all. So you can call. It's WhatsApp only at 954-288-6467. The number is pinned at the top of the live chat. Remember to like and share out the videos. It goes a far way. So Chelsea says, Tufton is like a headless chicken running all over the place, doing nothing. Mighty God. Busy doing nothing. So what's the sense of getting the workers and no resources? The equipment's not there to work with. Will they come out and speak on the whole memorandum of understanding as it pertains to the Cubans? Will any of the Cubans return to Jamaica? Who has, been giving Jamaica their service for many decades now from back in the 70s? And we're seeing all of these playing out in our public space. And they would love to want to come and tell us that, we shouldn't give Mark Golding that chance. We shouldn't give a Mark Jefferson Golding leadership to govern the country, who has laid out plans upon plans, not to benefit one or a few, but to benefit all. And I'm going to hear from my brother here, Aromatic, giving a few take as it pertains to dignity and integrity over criminality. So why shouldn't we give Mark Golding, the integrity boss, the opportunity to govern our country when this government has been riddled with corruption, left, right, and center? Why shouldn't we? Because Mark Golding proved himself over and over, because Mark Golding is certified every single year, because Mark Golding not rob from the public purse, because them can't find a dirt on him name, him not have no sweetheart here and there. He's a true family man who stand with his family and stand up with him wife. Him not have him wife a cry because him have a sweetheart around the corner. Him have couple sweetheart well in the parliament. That's why we shouldn't give him a chance. Because him record and him character too clean. Hear me, brother.
Reality chat man from your device, it's a unique one, aromatic, realistic TV. Anyway, to my viewers and subscribers, as we have there the Macaulay flow. I'm here the Jamaica Labour Party. And then
Yes, Charmaine. Him and the girl and bubblegum. Mighty God. Sunday, yeah. I'll pull up that one, yeah.
it's a unique one, aromatic.
Big up yourself, the humble one. Thank you so much for this super chat. Thank you so much. Everybody, drop some big up for the humble one who bless up the super chat.
Realistic TV. Anyway, to my viewers and subscribers, as we have there the Macaulay flow. I'm here the Jamaica Labour Party. And then surrogate them. Them talking Mark Golding is a weak leader. So I said to myself, what's defined a weak leader? No, the question that we are asking, because Mark Golding have 28 bank accounts, that means he is a weak leader. Because Mark Golding did not start 3 companies in the pandemic, move around 460 million US between those 3 companies. And remember now, one must take into consideration the whole world will shut down. No money now make, nobody now do no business. But Andrew was able to start 3 companies in the pandemic and make 460 million US. So that one define a man as a weak leader. Because you know do them kind of anky-panky thing. Eh? open a bank account with $0 down in it. And few weeks later, $143,000 was transferred from SSL into that bank account. Me and you know, say, SSL defraud over 200 customers, including Usaid Bolt, for millions of dollars. So because Mark Golding no involved in them nastiness, he is a weak leader. Think about it in Jamaica. A man who full of class, qualities, dignity. His track record is there to prove. You want to tell me that that man is not fit to be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica? No. What I want to tell the Labourite them, you get used to it. You get used to it. It is going to be the next 4 years. And the next 4 years after that. And the next 4 years after that. You know what that means? You going in the wilderness for a long, long time. Because there is no way Labourite can trick critical thinkers like us. You want to tell me must reject a man like Mark Golding and embrace the criminal in Andrew Willis, who walk around thief taxpayers' money, don't even have little decency for the office or his wife. The man walking around Jamaica and having a fear as the Prime Minister. And you want to tell me that Mark Golding is not fit to become the next Prime Minister of Jamaica? Mark Golding is weak because Mark Golding now grown and have sex with young girls in Jamaica. Eh?
Labourites, when you hear that? That little piece of message of Uno get used to it. Get used to the idea of a Mark Jefferson Golding being our next Prime Minister or being the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Get used to it. Get used to a team of professionals who is coming to serve the entire Jamaica, not just People's National Party supporter, because once you're elected, it's not about the party anymore. It's not about the side anymore, but you're serving all Jamaicans. Get used to it. Lodge it now in the brain. Some party now in the cranium. Lodge it. Make it sink in. Force on yourself if you don't understand. Force on yourself if you understand it. That Mark Jefferson Golding will be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. Integrity over dishonesty. Integrity over corruption. Integrity over criminality. Integrity over secrecy. Too much secret under this government. Because Mark Golding not threatening no with police and threatening for sue no. And we can't have him as a yes man because he's a man that knows what he's about. And him not jump up and say yes when others are saying yes. Him sit back and him analyze and him move strategic. Him not run round with no sweetheart and you hear same name a call up. He's a true family man. He stay home with his wife. He stand up with his children. True family man. But when you can't drag him name through the mud other than for talk about dual citizenship, well, when you can't talk about it no more. And all if him never did renounce, all when him come from Timbuktu, and him the Jamaican people want. All when him did come from the uttermost part of Italy or wherever else over the world, and he's in Jamaica and has Jamaican citizenship, I him the people them want. Cause look what Una do we. Look what Una say him white and him this and him that. Una can only come beat him with his color him skin. And we motto. Una no understand what motto? Una see it for yourself. He's walking the walk and him a talk the talk. Him character says it all. When the people them go around him, them feel the same energy. He is for the people. And not me alone I say it. Others have been reaching out to me. The people them on the ground I say it. Statistics have shown say him have a greater love for the Jamaican people than who is in governance right now. Big up yourself, Splash Digi, every time. Big up Sharon Bernard. Charmian, every time I see her comment, me have to bust out a laugh, you know. Charmian say all dog me would have voted for over Conjo. Mighty God. It gone that bad. The people have lost trust and confidence in Anjo and him 28 bank accounts. Mark Golden talk it. He only holds 3 accounts. And he's to close down one because he don't even use it. So he has 2 accounts. One with himself alone and one in partnership with his wife. And you want to tell me say 28 bank accounts and no anky panky and no fraud now go on there, so? No laundering now go on there, so? Integrity over lies. And we are stand with integrity. We are stand with dignity. We not sell out ourselves. We're not selling out ourselves. Anybody wants to chime in? You know, so someone have to go cook and do all these things. So me not try to stay too long on this live. As I said, I'm coming back live at around 3 o'clock. So anybody wants to chime in, let me know say live on the air. The number to call is 954-288-6467. That's WhatsApp only. Yes, man. We want our leaders them now. We sign the code of conduct for the Integrity Commission. Blessed morning, my sis, Miss Winnie. How you doing?
Good morning, my princess. How are you? How's princess?
She's good. I'm all right.
Listen to me. One thing I want to say. Andrew only sees you using that same old trick that people can sleep with their door open. I think that man need a psychiatrist real get help.
My God. Hey!
You real honestly, or can you use that again, thinking the people will forget that you said that to them?
9 years ago.
And to me, they're hiding the real report about the killing that going on in Jamaica to make him look good, but it cannot be. There is not the true report. It will hide.
My God.
You hear me? That's all I can say. Andrew and the one called Tough Tongue, something. They're ripping off the government, the people of Jamaica. Can a man go and spend what, 3 million or something to go and look for nurses and doctors when they could pay the nurses and doctors in Jamaica a better wage? Not to leave Jamaica. How dare they? Well, you see what he said. He said he can turn it on and he can turn it off and he can turn it on. So saying now, sleep with your door and window open. He can sleep with his door and window open because he got 24 hours a day security. 7 days a week, 364 days in a year. Andrew isn't a jackass. I will not. He's a back to front idiot.
My
God. Thinking we're going to forget. Is a back to front. The man don't have no sense. If it is okay, we're going to try to keep down the crime that we're able to sleep with our window and door open. You can understand, but you can sleep with your windows and door open. That man need some soap to wash out his mouth. Okay, are you here? Have a good Sunday, darling. Bless.
Thank you so much. Bless
and
up
to
yourself.
and to everyone on the live, bless to you.
All right, Miss Winnie, wake up yourself. I first me I hear that one day you be our family is a back to front food. No, sir. Miss Winnie, me know say when you come up on this alive, you gotta talk about the things that we do. He's a back to front idiot. Mighty God. Anybody else wants to chime in before we jump off of the live? I'll be live again at 3 p.m. So stay tuned for that. Miss Winnie, man. My lady, that man. Big up Miss Winnie every time. Delroy, big up yourself. Maurice, blessings. We will not be fooled any longer. No more con. And as Rasta say, Rasta go down on the live yet. As Rasta say, if the orange is ripe, we are going to juice it. So in the meantime, between time, a Mark Golding we say. Mark Golding we say. And a Mark Golding we are going to continue to say. And we are pray to the Almighty to give him the strength to run this race with grace. Because to the rate of how them run down with sectors them, it's not going to take 1 or 2 years. So we have to bear that in mind. It's not going to take 1 or 2 years for Mark Golding to fix it. Or to get it on that path to be fixed. So we have to bear all of that in mind. Bless up yourself, my brother. Splash Digi, how you doing? You live?
Go on, man. We just have to look at clarification on the windows and the door. We can't leave open.
Yeah, man.
And the pro box them a favor. I push out now. Yeah, them one day alone they can leave the windows and door open. Because I think none of them pro boxes have no doors, no windows on it. So
mighty God.
You cannot talk no else. Yeah, man, separate from that, you know, now part of the program and I big up my MP, you know, Dr. Alfred does, and big up my councillor, Eric Campbell, Deputy Mayor. You understand?
Most definitely, big up.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, yeah.
Alright, then big up. So that was Splash DJ. Family, you can go over him channel, subscribe, like up. He post short videos on his channel so they can give him that support just to see him. So he's coming to big up his MP in waiting, Alfred Dawes, and he's bigging up Eric Campbell. We want Alfred Dawes who understands the intricacies of our health system, who is a part of the health system, and who is not afraid to call out, be it a People's National Party government or a Jamaica Labour Party government, is not afraid to speak out against injustice, because at the end of the day, we all, or they all, should be working for the people. And when we see Elon Thompson, a senator of the government side, who is also a doctor, coming to say that when Dawes exposed the whole mold and what is taking place down by KPH, we hear him run out at about Dawes are politicized. You know, basically he's saying that Dawes politicizing the whole mold and that the government has pumped how much money in the healthcare system. Really? Eh? And Daz answer him right away and make him know, say, look here, I pray that when I'm in government, I do not become an Elon because I feel the need to sing for my supper. I just money some of them in the thing for them not really cater about the people them. He says, Lord, I pledge that I will not change and sell out my colleagues and the patients they care for when I know the truth as to the cross they bear. Mighty God. I will continue to fight for better health care in whatever capacity that you may place me as I have done, irrespective of which party is in power. Amen. Can they really beat that? They can beat that? Blessed morning, sis. You're live or they be our show?
Good morning. I think the Prime Minister is a hopeless basket case. He surrounds himself with all the people who will fall in line when he does wrong, and none of them will come out and said, so and so, Mr. Prime Minister, this is not right, it's not looking good. And none of the 49 of them care anything about us Jamaicans. They really don't care about us. His wife, she is a bully. Marlene Malahu, whatever her name is, she is a little dictator. And I could go on and name
So
them
you
out.
so you're saying none of them no better on the government side? None of them no better.
And
God.
This is why he surrounds himself with people who are yes men. They will do whatever he wants them to do, and they will conform to whatever wickedness he's doing to the people of Jamaica. Look how many of them got rich since they entered politics. Teachers are more educated than them. Doctors are more educated than them. The doctors can't walk into a pharmacy and go buy a PhD in medicine.
True.
The teachers can't go into a pharmacy and go buy a prescription for teacher's certificate. They have to work their behinds off.
That is it.
And get certified or whatever the criteria they have to meet it to be present in a classroom. You know who is a Jenny Jackass? The woman who is the finance minister. I do not like a bone in that white belly rat.
Mighty God.
But I could say more and more, but maybe other people want to call. But this Prime Minister, he is an egotistical liar, and he has no care or concern about us Jamaicans. He does not care about us. All he wants to do is enrich himself, and he is the Papa Doc of the Caribbean.
My God.
Papa Doc left Haiti a long time ago, and all he's doing is trying to scam, and leave riches for his children. But I have one warning for him. Remember, the sins of the father will visit the third and fourth generation.
My God.
All right.
All right. Blessings, Mrs.
And to the ministers, one last thing. To the churches and the ministers who sit down, and you have people coming into your church day after day. And these people are there giving offering, paying your salaries, and whatever else they have to do to conform to your spiritual wickedness, because I don't call some of them churches. And these people sit down and allow this man to get away with so much thing. What is the church for? What is the church for? The writing is on the wall, Jamaicans, and God is seeing what is happening. And Andrew is going down soon. Let them stay there, called Marky G, to go up on banana boat. Some of them go and run with them pants hanging down behind them. Have a good day, Miss Rose.
Same to you, my sis. Big up yourself. Happy Sunday. All right.
Bye-bye.
The writing is on the wall. Someone else was trying to call. You can call back at 954-288-6467. The writing is on the wall. When you hear it from the caller herself. You're telling Mark Golding to go back from where he didn't come from. And I don't understand that. But as the caller says, some of them are going to run and can't run. Buju Banton said it in our song, those who can afford to run will run. But what about those who stay? They will have to pay. Somebody else was trying to call. Librans, big up yourself. Jennifer, big up yourself. Danette. Paul Wilson. Sandra Plunkett, big up yourself. Blessed morning, my brother. How you doing? You live?
How you doing?
I'm alright.
Morning to you and all the listeners. I gotta tell you something. As I said the other day, Mark Walden is the integrity boss. Them not have nothing from the man, and as Aromatic I tell them, say, it's like Jamaica people love, that the man them get full of corruption, more love righteousness. And where this man lead the country down the wrong path, it's like that even the church them not have the morals about them again. Church them. You know, as a youth, you grew up, you hear church speak about truth and righteousness and speak about and telling the truth. You used to go to Sunday school and they used to tell us, you know, for lie. Even when you're a youth, you're afraid for your life for your parents. You don't even want you don't like your parents because them tell us, God, I go burn up and you go to hell. And you're youth as a youth, if your mother and father, you're telling the truth. And even though you know you get the beating, and you still are telling the truth and take the beating. Because you're not lying to your parents. You say, one thing my pick me up, they're not lying to me. Anything me asking them, I tell me. No, this man have me to move from the moral and put in a different zone. And as the lady rightly said, the whole of the man, them not a moral and just surround himself with one bag of dunce and baboon.
True.
The man, them not a vision. How can a prime minister have so much ministry in a film association? How can a prime minister care so much and then he do so much business first and business by himself? The country can't run right. How the country run right? Just picture what me I say. The prime minister have so much business I do. So much company I run.
Yeah.
And let him have so much ministry and them portfolio. All the country can run good.
Either am I doing business or am I do the people business. They have to pick one.
Either I'm more kid about film business.
Yeah.
You understand? And there are some dunce and some baboon around him. Them have vision. Them can't see behind them nose. We lack visionary. And that is what Mark Walden's giving to us. Vision. So we can see.
That is
so
it.
We can achieve and have things and accomplish things. And he not talk about things for rich people. He might do it for the average man down to the eagle up on the street side.
True.
And the man now just tell you, he might tell you how he want to make you do it, I might tell you how he plan to make you do it, and I tell you how he going to make you achieve it to do it.
Definitely.
And you can't tell them things there, because I'm not qualified. They man tell you how they're going to do an education system, how they're going to revitalize the education system. Yeah, the Minister of Education can come out and tell you, because them not have the picture of them dunce. There are some competent dunce. It's just that dunce really in the country can't have the growth, you know. People don't realize not a pay dunce.
My God.
All country go with dunce and lead you. You know, me dunce, you dunce. All dunce can't lead dunce. Blind can't lead blind.
Yeah, true.
That's how we let leaders, you know. So the culture with life can be easier.
Definitely.
The man them not ready yet, man. No time at time, man. The man them not ready yet, man. All the man them interested, man, a chopping and take taxpayer money. And that's the money alone they want, man. And enriching themselves.
And them a chop hard.
And chop hard? Yes, them want. You know, so we build a new ministry and get that one the ministerial post.
Mighty God. What? Let's create the ministry them. Everybody a eat a food under Fame umbrella, man.
Yeah, man, that's all them do. Everybody have food.
I rotate them for eat a food, you know, and then them tear down with them for tear down. You
don't realize that these people, Jamaican people can't look at themselves. These people don't love food, no. Just show me a leader who was from, government almost 10 years and never built even one school.
I know him a promise him I go build 7 school. We don't want to hear that.
Promise I come for
To a fool. After 9 years. Almost 10. Sure.
That man have no legacy. That man have nothing at all. Nothing whatsoever under the sun. Nothing at all that man have. Just him not have nothing in himself. Alright, look at this. You want to tell me now, you're not going for 9 years, and you never say it's fit to even build one training center, one school. And that's why him can't talk to Portia Simpson, him can't talk to a PJ Patterson, and yet still more. Everything else that compare in the 90s and the 2000s, but you don't want to talk about the wicked 80s and the wicked 60s.
True.
When in the 60s, them in Jamaican people so dunce, can't even read and write. When man have to look and say, boy, the parents them so dunce, so if you go and build Jamal, educate the older people them.
True. That's true. Big up yourself, Millicent.
When you have to look on this, these people don't care about you, they don't care about the future. Them lick up to get children 1 meal a day, them lick up what you can sustain them. What they can sustain for them get entertainment allowance and give themselves 20% increase.
Other allowance were attached to it.
And take taxpayer money and do what they want to do. And Tufton can take 3 million and go lavish about him and look doctor. And them say them are the Cuban, them are right. And you pass on the Cuban them. And then go look help for other country.
Yeah.
Our kids are the future for our generation to come. And them are the one that going to be with nurse, with doctor, with teacher for our kids them. And to see that the country prolong. These people are trying to lead a country at dunce and make other people come and take the prime job in Jamaica and fool people them can't read and write. We don't all them want people them smoke weed and dig up and drink boom and dig up the man nigga. That's all them want. You know Miss Vass come out comes and Mary Vass say, you never go to school unless school can't come out and dig out your nigga. What kind of leader tell them thing there?
True. That don't make no sense.
What you gonna encourage your kids to do the wrong? So that's the man cry. Whenever look on this and say, no, we're going to start extending school hours to take with them free time from the youth them so them can put something in them brain.
True. So true.
If I'm a teacher, I want my son to become a doctor and lawyer. I want to become something better than me.
Any well-thinking parents, yeah, you want your youth to do greater than you. All right, true.
But these people don't want that. I'm telling about this for them picking and grand picking. You don't know, we know, you don't know. Ordinary people in the equation. Yet still the prime minister says a good economy can how the economy doing good, but the business people are out and say, boy, it's the roughest thing. Look at Best Chess. For the past 20 years, at the first history, they lose $1 billion. First, them rack up losses.
Yeah.
Boss Furniture come out and leak out the business and lose left, right, and center. And then no one come look for a corrupted leader. We have 28 back account, much in sweetheart. And look for a man clean hands and port, come compare the two hands together. A man who sign the code of conduct, and a man who sign the code of conduct. A man who have integrity. Look, them are a comparison.
Yeah, nothing of that, sir.
Nothing of that, so this is not easy for Jamaican people vote.
Easy. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. You don't need Rachel can't say this.
My God.
See what the point for this. So there's no comparison.
None at all.
You understand me? Mark Golding's a man who want mingle with the poor people them. And want mix with the rich and the elite them. In the country. Mark Golding love poor, love poor, love and link the poor. But you don't realize the man grew up, how the man power with, how the youth the man power with. Yes, you go find him when he get up.
My God.
I keep on getting you to my power, meeting girlfriend and get to, you know. If you're not power uptown, it's a white, it's an uptown girl, not power, not married to, you know. I don't realize, so I see him Mr. August town, the wife come from. Come on, the youth, them August town and Hermitage, and link up and play football and play cricket. I don't them spend most of their life, so I don't let meet him girlfriend, and him and I stay till two of them get married. If in that link with the youth, them uptown, is uptown, and that link with them married too.
True.
Jamaican people will use sense, common sense, I tell you. A rich man will link with poor people, and I love poor people, and they pay poor people in life, and they poor people good. You know, nobody can come out and say, Mark Golden cheat them that way. They very much business. Like your man come out and say, Mark Golden, and the worst boss, I'm a wicked boss, I'm an evil boss. I treat him like as a man. Jamaica will open the eyes and say, man,
Definitely.
This someone want him to grow up. This someone want to see people them have things. This someone wants the poor people achieve things.
Definitely.
This someone believe in good governance. You be a leader, you have your business, you turn them over the blind just like Mark Golden do. You can't be leader and run business, I run government business, and run the business. You turn them over the blind job.
Is either one or the other?
Is either one or the other? I mean, the one when they feel like man's lady, they feel like when Mark Golden comes a quick feast. It take a day for master room, but it take 20 years to build it back.
Definitely.
I mean, I feel like saying they can't take one time and do fix back this. The country gone to the ground.
Right down.
We are 8 years rub shoulder. Check something. We are 8 years alone rub shoulder to shoulder. We are better off much more than 80. We are 8 years rub shoulder to shoulder. Hopefully when I lead in country like Caribbean, I'm going to the lowest country rub shoulder to shoulder with 80.
Oh, that.
Education system is a mess. The crime is a mess. Employment is a mess because we're underpaid.
And
Yes,
then,
they must say employment is lowest in what way? You can't say a man who sell back juice as an employee. You can't say a man who you give one bushing work once a year or twice a year. I treat them and say, I'm fully employed. I didn't think that is in the stock report. I don't say that the lowest in employment.
yeah, if you work 1 hour, you're employed. And that they must say.
What kind of nothing can go, sir? So
Not at all.
where do the rest of the years days in the year? You just lay down and relax. You just lay down and relax and you're still employed. Where the money come from? People, listen to me, honest, sir. People are suffering Jamaica, you know? People are suffering Jamaica, you know?
My God.
If you feel get up and do a survey today, you know if you can buy something that can't afford a survey today.
Statistics tell we.
High light bill, high water rate, high rent. You can't even talk about house again because you can't even own the house of a bill. If two put together can't own the house, got 25 million upward the house sell for.
That's the reality on the ground. But thank you, my brother.
Yeah, man, I respect.
Respect and thanks for your input. Big up yourself every time.
Always, my sister.
Blessings. I'm taking 2 more calls. The last 2 persons who were trying to call. Blessed morning, family, live on the ABR show.
Blessed morning, sister.
How you do?
Blessed morning. Let the LP people know this and the whole Jamaica knows. If it wasn't for Mark Golden, with under bandage. Remember, said everything what this man bring in and put in broke the law. And Mark Golden came and got court and it struck out. Just imagine if Mark Golden never had carried this man got court. What happened to Jamaican people? Jamaican people no wake up and smell the coffee while go on.
Definitely.
If this man get 1 more term, a prison with on. You hear me? So we happen on that COVID, you think you don't see nothing yet. You know, see the man that try to put on need span way.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Golden came got court and struck it out. You know, see everything where the man that try to put on a bandage, man try hold with them with like a sword.
Mm-hmm. And we have how much other idea already. So what we needs for?
You see me? So the man follow the system is a systematic thing where Andrew will step up, what them tell him to do, and I hit him a do. Andrew will a one-man government. Jamaica, when you look where in the world we never say every system fail. Every single system fail. There's everybody can wicked so. To make every system fail in a one country. You understand? Andrew always have the people them as the face. I am responsible for everything in a Jamaica. Every God, I'm around all of the ministry of Jamaica. Check it out. Christopher Tufton is just the face of health.
But Andrew run it.
Andrew run it. Green is just the face of agriculture. Andrew run it. You see me? Him is everything down there. Brother, check it out. There is no such way every system should fail underneath a government, and it don't come say nothing about it. You understand? Remember, said one of them signed them pre-signed them resignation already, you know.
My God.
Remember, you know. So anybody will come do with him, no want, you know, gone through the door.
Them have to go.
It's a one-done government. You hear me say? It's
Done,
a
man.
one-done government. Like that's why him get everybody mixed up in a it so nobody can talk. All of the people them round and get them mixed up in this thing so nobody can talk. Both judge, both liar, both top man, and get everybody mixed up in the whole thing so they can't talk. Money run. That's why the money not there Jamaica. You hear me? That's why the money there. Look. You can't see so much something in one country, Anissa, and so much big people quiet.
Quiet.
The only people them want to talk about this thing are the social media people. Check it out. The news them in Jamaica quiet.
My
Everybody
God.
quiet. The PSOJ quiet. Everything quiet.
Quiet as a mouse.
I tell me say I'm scared. Everybody's scared, so. I'm scared of one man. No one tell me say everybody's scared of one man. That's everybody quiet them to the stupidness where I go on in the whole country. This man can do him like thief, everything. And can lock down people, can do anything at all, and everybody quiet as the top people in the country. Something must wrong along the line.
Definitely so.
Something have to wrong along the line. If I no bring out certain news, it no come, talk, because it talk on TV, it no come on TV. You understand? Them no question this man for nothing at all what him do. But yes, still, the opposition, them not try to question somebody when I lead, they come like the opposition and lead the country.
That me I say too.
You see it, it come like a goal in a lead the country. But I want to have to tell all Jamaican and all both Labourite and everybody, if it wasn't for Mark Golding, we would have been the only country in the world that go cashless. You hear me? We would have been the only country in the world that couldn't talk on our phone as we feel like. I would have to go lockdown when them say lockdown. Because of that, Andrew will lead the country too. People remember COVID, you know. When I remember COVID at the corner shop, people them spread the disease.
That him say, yeah?
You hear me say? Poor people is a problem to Andrew and the Labourite Party. Yeah, tell them that poor people is a problem. You hear me say? Look who in pressure in every time they come in a power. Poor people. You understand? The whole of them big friend then give them tax break. All of them big friend them the top company them in Jamaica get tax break.
Yeah.
Yet still poor people not get a tax break. Look what they do the motorists them. Yet which part in the government they ever see so much ticket issue under one man. Look. Poor people they want to pay back for everything where they do my sister. It's a one done government, and if this man never get the chance again for all Jamaica, remember the whole of we dead.
My God.
Whole of we dead if him get the chance again. If this man is weak, him bow to everybody, him bow to everywhere. You hear me?
Sell out.
Him sell out. Notice so they don't know which part in the world this man go and come talk with him go do. He don't talk nothing. He just go sign and come back. Him sell out.
All of them.
Sell out, yo. Remember, there will be no more Jamaica Labour Party where this man do it. You hear me? And the original JP, them should have shame to see this man come match up Jamaica Labour Party. You hear me say?
And them no want to push him out.
Jamaica Labour, and them now should be out. This man come wreck Jamaica Labour Party. It's a shame, Miss Bell. It's a shame. And we not see nothing yet. To the amount of corruption with them under, him can't step down because there is nobody to pass it. You understand? Because everybody corrupt. Him can't step down, him can't call the election. You understand? To the amount of corruption with them under, I think we see nothing yet, Miss Bell. We not see nothing yet. It's not quarter it yet. You hear me say? And people, the country in a wreck. Now make them come tell you no more lie. Everybody's supposed to wake up now and see. Wow, go on. You hear me say? The country in a wreck. And if me ever get a chance again, Miss Bell, to run this country in the next 4 years at the last of the election, that no more election now call Jamaica.
Yeah, because they might try step in at the Republic as quick as possible.
And people who look, the Governor General, I work with him. Him I work with them. You saw me agree with, because him as a big top man come out and adjust nothing at all. I remember saying sign Portmore to come 15 parish and constitutional. You saw what I say? Remember, and him at the Governor General, which he shouldn't even sign nothing yet until he know how the proper thing go. You understand? Look, the country are going to become republic, so they might make case and grab up the whole of the land them. And issue up the whole of the land them, because remember the land them go back to the government. You understand? When they become republic, so they want to make case and do it and who will become president for hide up the whole of the evidence them and all them sitting there when them have it at the place. But it's only one thing we can say to all Jamaican: tell them to put out the report them and stop talking about back in the 90s the Vincer. And this year, and that, just put the report them out, because we'll pay a fee. We don't want to hear nothing more talking about that.
Yes, settle it off. Put out the report them, settle it off, and make the people them find them. Definitely. But thank you, my brother.
More blessings every time.
Big up yourself every time. Taking the last call, the last person that was trying to call a while ago. Taking the last call. But when you hear it from the callers them, the people them up on the ground, they are witnessing certain things, they're talking. It does not look good in their sight. And remember, at one point, back when Andrew was opposition and they questioned him, hear what he said.
You have some hypocrite out there who looking at us after you vote us out. I ask you what we are doing. Don't ask me what we doing.
You have some hypocrites out there. After you vote us out, you're asking us what we are doing. Don't ask we what we are doing. But them feel like some go in a puppet and them can come, what's his plan? All when the plan them roll out, they might behave like blind Bartholomew, asking about plans again, like them feel like some go in and go roll out everything out time belly, or roll out everything out time mind and give them. Them not easy. When you hear what Andrew said back in 2013 over Portland there?
You have some hypocrite out there who looking at us after you vote us out. I ask you what we are doing. Don't ask me what we doing.
Don't ask me what we doing. Face stay out order. Don't ask me what we doing. I'm gonna give you back a call. The last caller that was trying to call. Blessed morning, family. Live on the ABR show.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Really and truly, I am tired of Andrew. I didn't even want to hear Andrew mouth.
My God.
Because Andrew is so wicked and cruel. The last time I voted for Sister P, she lose in 2016, and then I migrate to America, and I just want to get my family away from there because the hospital system is so bad. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't even want to go down there because I am sickly also, and I don't want to go down there. And then when I go into Falmouth Hospital, then you hear that oh my God, I don't even want to talk. You know, I just can't take Andrew. When I hear Andrew's voice, I turn off my phone and go somewhere else and listen something because this man is so lie. He's so corrupt. I am so old now that from the day I born and growing up, I am saying PNP. And now I'm 60 years old. And everything that I hear this man talk about from the 80s coming up, it grieves me because I know nothing like that. Nothing. He's just lying and he needs to go to the pit of hell because he's so lie. But you see, Jamaican people, they are so foolish because when Portia was in there doing the right thing, they vote her out. And now they are suffering because I don't know how someone can say they are going to give somebody bitter medicine and then you vote that person to be your government.
Make it make sense.
So foolish.
My God.
Right now, I'm not sorry for some of them, you know, because they go and vote him in and talk about young prime minister, one bro God. One bro God weird. That's why they are suffering because they are praising a man. You know, instead of go and praise God, you're praising someone, and that's why he's doing them like that. How can you come back to tell people you go and sleep with window and door open? Because he want the people to die. That's why I have so much body bag and so much grave to kill people. You understand? I cannot take Andrew. I don't even want to see his picture. When I go anywhere and see his picture, I just turn away because I just feel like if I was near Andrew, I would just throw something in his face because this man is too wicked.
My God.
He's too wicked to Jamaican people, our good country. I want to go to Jamaica and I'm scared.
And it shouldn't be.
Because I don't want to go there and take sick. And then public, I don't even want to think about public. I don't want to think about no as Falmouth or Montego Bay worse because that's where my mom died. My mom go down there in 2020. Good. He told my siblings in Jamaica, don't take me to Montego Bay Hospital because they're going to kill me and say it's COVID. And it's the same thing.
Mighty God.
They put the woman in a room. My sister could even see her. And then when they go back, she was dead. And guess what they put on the certificate? He died from COVID. And nobody up in my home never died from COVID, never sick. But they say my mom had COVID. I just want to see this government go. I just want to see this government go.
Get him do enough.
He's too thief, he's too lie, and he's too wicked. Everything in one. I don't like him. I'm telling you the truth. And he said, I'm a Christian, but I cannot stand. And the church that I go to, and you're telling people he is that type, true that I don't even want to go to church because I am wondering if people is going to say I am like Andrew.
So
my Andrew is telling lie and Seventh-day Adventist church. He's not a Seventh-day Adventist member. he's supposed to stop telling people that.
My God. So all the church going in Malaibo?
Yeah, Andrew is not a Seventh-day Adventist. Seventh-day Advent. Look, Anissa, I was watching a funeral in Trelawney. That's Clarkstone, where I'm from. And one of our church members died, Mr. Mark. And I was watching it. And I was watching Pastor Nevins. And he was preaching. And Marissa Dalrymple was sitting at the front. And they was jabbing at her. You want to see her face. I said, that's right. Understand? Him said, no, GCT is not an hallelujah. No, GCT is not an amen. And he was there the last time. What's the minister name that gone run away? Was talking about
That's,
GCT. He never put
Nigel talking.
That and the Nigel. And she was sitting there and they were start talking about integrity and all of that. You want see how she hang down her face? Me say, yes, man.
No integrity.
No integrity. And I don't know why he gone into my grandmother church to sit down. Because my grandmother was a deaconess, you know. And sit down. She looking vote. She looking. That Marissa Dalrymple was living in front of us. You know, he married to Henry Dalrymple, right in front of our house in Hyde. And when that woman going to courthouse, she never tell how they do. And then now she's a MP and she don't look in our yard in Clarkstown, you know. She said that the yard, they don't look over there.
My God. But may I get a next call, McCalla? Thank you so much for calling.
Okay,
thank you for your input. Big up yourself.
Okay, big up.
Blessed morning, my brother. You're live. I'm on live.
What? I know this was gonna happen, man. Yeah. Too much.
Too much.
I think the time has come to clean Jamaica of all this corruption. And the visit with Rubio the other day, it wasn't about no Cuban doctor. Deeper than that.
Yeah.
Deeper than that. The man might use the money and a laundering if you got Jamaica, anywhere you walk and pass, there's a car dealer shop open. New car, used car, construction. That's where the money is. That's the money I wash.
Yeah.
That's where the money. That's where the money I wash.
So America is on to them.
And there's no getaway, you know. There's no getaway. It's too obvious, man. It's too obvious. Too obvious. It's I think the time has come to clean Jamaica. The Prime Minister is still there at US, right? I want to hold on for him over here, man.
My God.
I don't want him to let him go. He's head cook and back to watch off everything. The Prime Minister of Jamaica. He's head cook and back to watch off every single thing. Look at Dalrymple. Charge, but you still going to run back. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Does make that make any sense? They charge her and tell the reason why she's running back because there was no record of the court proceeding. What can really
go so?
So she's not a really criminal. She have no fingerprint because nothing was recorded. And a man who don't take care of his child, the maintenance, them taking fingerprint and charge him into a criminal. So there is two law.
Two Jamaicans.
Two Jamaicans. But call election here, man. Call the election. We are tired.
Call
the
it.
Country need the country need a reset, sis.
Definitely.
Honestly, the country need a reset. The country is hammering. It's bad. The reputation is gone. The Prime Minister wife allegedly $800 million apartment. Doesn't that sink into you? 800 million. Remember, you know, I did what they must sell in the market, my mother. Prime Minister, 1 bedroom, then 2 bedroom. They don't have nothing at all. I know them are the superpower. America, come for them. come for them at full time. Jamaica clean up corruption. Jamaica can be better, man. We have too much resources. We have sunshine where everybody asked me yesterday when we got work, what are you doing here in this cold climate, man?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? It's a good Jamaica. I said, yeah, you're right. What's going on down there?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing for us. That's why we are here. A full-time sis.
Definitely.
Time
come.
Come.
All right then. That is
Time
it.
come. Manners and respect.
Big up yourself, my
Continue
brother.
program.
Every time. Big up.
Yeah.
So this is the ending right now, ABR family. About to jump off. As I said, on stay tuned for 3 p.m. Jamaica time, which will be 4 p.m. for me. I'm coming back live. Thanks for the support. Big up to all moderators, members. Angela Yvonne Wallace. You too can be a member. Join the membership. Only a small fee per month to be a member of the Anne Isabel Rose movement. You get a member's star beside your name, so you stand out and you get a whole heap of benefits. Member shout out, you name it. Paul Wilson, big up yourself. Everybody who supported the channel from day one coming up. Thanks for the continued support. Who like and share out the videos, it go a far way as well. Thanks for those who donate to the channel, whether on air or off the air. Thanks for those who are watching silently, not commenting, but you're listening. You know, that goes a far way just the same. So stay tuned, as I say. Big up on yourself. Happy Sunday. I know somehow now for go run, go cook dinner and this and that. Coming back to you live with some more information. Remember that the People's National Party Parliament second sitting commence today. So the People's Parliament, that's the People's National Party, is going to have their parliament today. I'm coming back live with that. So stay tuned.
Where they come from, send me back, send me back. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send me back. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send me back. Turn, reverse the curse, reverse the curse, reverse the order, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse, yeah, reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Where they come from, send me back, send me back. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send me back. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send me back. Turn, reverse the curse, reverse the curse, reverse the order, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse, yeah, reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Reverse where they come from. Send me back, send me back. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send me back. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send me back. Turn, reverse the curse, reverse the curse, reverse the order, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse, yeah.